Malachy McCann's with me. Malachy, you must be pleased with that. Good, comprehensive performance by the team there.
I'm over the moon, Charlie. I'm over the moon. We had great result, mighty result for the team and mighty result for our club, Charlie. I have to say, the boys, they done everything we asked them to do, Charlie. We knew we were going to have a tight one here today, but the boys did everything we asked them, Charlie. I'm very, very happy with them.
Real battle in the first half. I mean, you went in, they hadn't scored, but I mean, they kicked 8 wide, so there was very little between the teams, except you were taking your chances, Malachy.
I would say you're right, Charlie. They had a few wides there at the start there, which normally I would say they wouldn't put them out. But then the other aspect is, Charlie, we had a couple of goals there that we missed also, you know what I mean. But overall, I think it's fair to say we were the better team all round.
What were you saying to them at half time? Because with a 5-point lead, I mean, a goal would have got them right back into it, so you couldn't really rest on your laurels there.
You couldn't go in and start and kick the water bottles about the place, Charlie, because at the end of the day they were still winning well. But at the end of the day, Charlie, the game wasn't over. There's 2 halves till it, and they had at the same time step up their game that little bit in the second half, and they done it, Charlie.
And I mean, it was in the melting pot because they say they got a couple of points. It took the goal really to close out the game, Malachy, didn't it?
It did, Charlie. But to be honest with you, Charlie, I always felt all along that if we were going into the second half, even a point or 2 behind, we had a trump card, Charlie. And our trump card was the 2 big fellas.
The 2 McGonigal's coming on.
I think they're class act, Charlie, and I always felt whenever we got them boys onto the field, we had her.
Yeah. Well, as John said up at the launch, I mean, you had a lovely mixture of youth and experience there, Malachy, in that team.
Also, Charlie, I felt it's the first team that ever I've had in Buncrana, and I've had a lot of teams, Charlie. It's the first team I've seen we had a good bench. Yes. When you're taking the 2 McGonigals off the bench, Charlie, you're not far away.
Well, tell me, how much of a boost for the club there you mentioned earlier on?
I think it's just great, Charlie. It's great for the young fellas coming through there, because we're going to make a night of it, Charlie, and we'll be showing them that's the way forward, Charlie. And as long as them young lads eventually go into our senior team, that's the most important.
That's the big thing, isn't it? They have to make it. They have to make their way into that.
They have to make their way into it, because to me, a reserve team, Charlie, is about lads on their way out of the first team or on their way back into it again. And I find we had it today.
A few drinks tonight?
Oh, well, I don't drink, Charlie, but I'll be with them.
Well, Paul McGonigal's with me here. I suppose you'll be saying that they had to spring you off the bench there just to steady things up in the second half.
We were under a wee bit of pressure at the start of the second half. We just weren't as composed maybe as we were in the first, and fair play. Fanad were fighting their way back into the game, but I think even Stephen going in there, Stephen gives the boys, he's the leader of the team, he gives the boys that initial boost, so it was, and look, it just worked out for us, and then we got the break for the goal, and the goal was going to be the difference, but thankfully we got it.
I was just saying to Malachy, it was a strange sort of a first half, because usually had by 5 points to 0, but I mean, they had as many chances probably in that first half as you had, Paul.
I would say you're dead right, Charlie, but the only thing about it would be I thought our defence were immense in the first half. The pressure that they put them under those shots, and their decision making under that pressure, the amount of times we blocked the ball in the first half, we looked as if we had the measure of them. But in fairness, and the other side of it was we had probably the 2 best goal chances of the half, and fair play, they made two excellent saves. But I thought it was just a case of us trying to get a bit more possession in the second half, and when we got it, the extra few scores was the difference in the tight game.
I mean, at any stage during the game until the very latter stages, a goal for them would have got them right back into it, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, and they are dangerous. We have watched them; they're very, very dangerous up front. So they are. But in fairness, I thought our backs were outstanding to a man, and the goal was going to be the big score, and we got it, and it was almost game over as and when we got that goal. In fairness,
and on the day, no better man to get inside there to take that chance. Kevin Tracy had a great day right through the game.
I thought he was outstanding. Kevin's one of those players. He's a super underage player, and he's got himself back into a bit of shape this year, and I think he's only going to improve on that there, and I was delighted for him. I just said that to him there. Thought he was outstanding today, man of the match performance complete, and without him today we'd have been in serious trouble, but his finish was just Kevin all over it. He was just excellent. Huge
work going on at the club over the last number of years at all levels, Paul. What does it mean to win a championship for the club today?
Oh, well, I mean, any championship you win in your club is a massive thing. From our perspective, we have a very, very young base at senior level. We probably used 27, 28 players at senior level this year, so we had 28 here today. So our senior team's backbone by the minor team in 2013, and we need to be winning titles and lifting things. So these younger players with 3 or 4 minors out there today can aspire to get into that senior team and help those boys that are up there.
Good to see you stretching the legs there, Paul. Well done. John Doherty, team captain, with us. John, we spoke to you up at the launch, and you felt that Fanad, as reigning champions, would really put it up to you. And I was just saying to Malachy and to Paul, although the scoreline might suggest it was easy, it wasn't really that easy, was it?
No, it definitely wasn't easy. We were expecting a battle. They're current champions, and to come here and expect them to lie over, we were under no illusions. It wasn't going to happen. The first half was a battle. We might have done 5 points to 0 ahead, but they had maybe 6, 7 wides.
8 wides they had, John.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but they had went over, it might have been a different day, but in fairness, we forced them to them wides too, so we were happy enough for our first half performance, but we knew we had more in the tank, and then they come out in the second half and they gave it to us. We knew that was going to happen as well, and the goal kind of came at a crucial time for us, to be honest.
Certainly, there was a feature of the game today. The number of blocks your defenders made at vital times there and closing people down. They were kicking, but they were kicking under pressure all the time.
Yeah, well, our six backs there are probably the more senior players on the pitch, and we knew we were up against six great forwards. And Fanad, the boys made it clear to us the last couple of weeks that they had six forwards that could won the game for them, and we knew we had to be up to get over the line, and thankfully we did that job.
You said up at the launch as well, a bit disappointing for the seniors this year, so it was important that you guys went all the way and won this championship. Always a great boost for a club.
Yeah, it's good. We haven't won anything at senior level. Seniors are reserves in the last few years, and it's good to get something back in the mantelpiece. I'm definitely sure that our club's going to go places, hopefully in intermediate title the next couple of years. 3 minors started there today and a few under 21s. Like, the future is good if we can get them through and playing at the right level.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to finish off with young fellas like that. It is important, and Malachy's made the point and Paul's made the point. You have to get them through the senior level, John, don't you?
Yeah, we probably in the past we pushed them through too quick, and it never really worked out. The young boys have to play with adults first of all before they get to play first team football, and hopefully now this championship will stand by them, and when they step up to first team football they're well able for it.
Good day for the club, John.
Brilliant day, and we'll celebrate it tonight.